Brazilian fans enjoying themselves. Their side in front 1-0 at halftime. It's the 1995 Copa America final. And we are now underway in the second half from Centenario Stadium in Montevideo, Uruguay. 60,000 fans on hand for the final of the 37th edition of the Copa America tournament.
Sergio Martinez, a striker from Boca Juniors, comes onto the pitch for Uruguay, replacing Daniel Fonseca. And apparently it's Pablo Bengochea. Yeah, it's not apparent. It's Pablo Bengochea, the maestro, on the pitch, replacing Dorta for Uruguay.
Jaskily knocks it back this way.
Adinolfi pushing forward, the left back, fouled by Jorginho.
On the restart, the ball headed just wide of the frame, but a second whistle blew the play dead.
Apparently Manteca Martinez offside. There's a confirmation. Martinez and Bengochea for Fonseca and Dorta. Bengochea, Peñarol player, also worked for Zaragoza in Spain. Wow, Dunga getting hit from behind. Rarely happens. He is usually hitting people from behind. It's defensive mid Álvaro Gutiérrez. Uruguay has Fernando Alves in goal. The four defenders are Mendes, Herrera, Moas, and Adinolfi from right to left. Then Poyet and Gutiérrez holding, Bengochea and Francescoli creating behind Otero and Martinez. Long range shot for Brazil. Surprised it's not Roberto Carlos. It's Andre Cruz.
He keeps it on the ground.
Let Roberto Carlos take it.
Pass out in front, fancy with the heel, but intercepted by Captain Dunga.
And Sergio Martinez, not as talented dribbling-wise as Edmundo, but also very dangerous forward. Very savvy there. He's fouling Sampaio.
Under duress, tries to release the ball upfield. Ricochets off towards the touchline. It's kept in play. As play surges forward, the entry ball is snuffed out just inside the area.
Pass on the ground. Did not work that time. More offensive Uruguay in the second half, of course, trailing a goal. By a goal. With Bengochea and Francescoli pushing up farther up behind Otero and Martinez. A lot of work now for Poyet and Gutierrez.
Mendes triggers the restart. Dunga. Lucas pass ricochets back for his keeper Tapara.
Very slow Dunga coming up the middle in that one. Jorginho complicating himself, cutting to the middle. And Tulio scored his second controversial goal of the tournament. Reminds me of Rai, big midfielder.
Settled just inside the area, but away from target. Now bent back the other way. Tossed in near the penalty spot. It's loose. Popped into the sky as Tafarel chases after it.
An impressive touch by Francescoli trying to push the ball towards Otero. The ball came from the far side when Martinez got involved. Impressive was Andre Cruz clearing.
first half. We mentioned Brazil's run to the championship, getting past Argentina in that controversial match. They went to penalties in the quarterfinals and then beating the United States 1-0 in the semifinals. As far as Uruguay's roadmap to the finals, as they press again, inching closer to the 18 and earn the free kick. Uruguay topped Bolivia in the first knockout stage, the quarterfinals. Then in the semifinals, Ralph, they got past Colombia 2-0. And this was a great generation for Colombian soccer. Of course, all sorts of expectations heading into the 1994 World Cup after dominating South America in World Cup qualifying leading up to the World Cup in the U.S. Of course, well documented what happened to Colombia in the group stage, losing to the United States, and then made it to the semifinals of this tournament. They lost to Uruguay 2-0.
It's Bengochea and Francescoli behind the ball. Bengochea better in free kicks.
And it will be Bengochea to step up and deposits it in the upper 90.
Once Bengochea, it's pretty much his first touch. One step, bends it over the wall, finds the top corner. Impressive golazo by Pablo Bengochea. No chance for Tafarel. What a way to take the free kicks. The maestro, Pablo Bengochea, and we're tied 1-1 at Centenario. That two quick steps, and Tafarel thought it was a little bit wide. And instead it's in the back of the net. It was Aldair who fouled Otero, and it is the maestro. 7th minute, we're tied 1-1.
Struggle on the clearance. Now it's swept away from danger.
Let's wait for a reaction from Brazil. Still plenty of time, 40 minutes more or less. And now it'll be advantage Uruguayan counterattacks with Martinez on the pitch.
Francescoli dumps the ball into the corner for Otero. It's swept away. On a throw in for Uruguay.
Wow.
Slingshot toss deep inside the area, bouncing back in his direction. Zinho struggling. The ball from Poyet finds the space. This is Mendez now. Couldn't split a pair of defenders. Sent Bayo to work it out of the back third.
Very impressive defending there. Herrera closing this very good sweeper. Improvises the sweeper.
Juninho. Short pass for Zinho. Zinho continues his run as Edmundo operates, turns it over. Hopeful ball out of the back. Nervously headed back for Tafarel. Jorginho. Closing down Juninho.
He should be booked for that. It's Alvaro Gutierrez tripping Juninho from behind. The only way to slow down Juninho Paulista. Oh!
A rapid restart in the header.
What happened?
Bounces just off the frame.
No, it was offside.
Yep.
Tulio offside, not Edmundo who scored. Wow.
Picked off by Gutierrez.
Ouch. Sampaio Should be booked. Mauricio Carter, Mexican referee. Was not booked.
With Carlos. Now Zinho. Running unabated. Now he feels some resistance and goes back. Roberto Carlos sends in this service and defensively headed off for a Brazil quarter kick.
Those crosses will, the defenders of Uruguay will have the advantage. One of the best clearing those crosses. Nobody's listening to Alves.
Spot, but effectively headed down outside the zone. Conflict just out of the box and a free kick for Uruguay.
Oh, the Brazilians slowing down the counterattack, slowing down Bengochea. Juninho Paulista. Because he was born in Sao Paulo. Juninho Pernambucano, born in the state of Pernambuco.
Carlos just a bit off the mark. Pass intended for Edmundo. Adonolfi.
Remember, Brazil has a lot of talented players on the bench. Savio, one of them. Leandro, the other one. And Ronaldo on the bench. Again, remember, he was on the bench in the World Cup, did not play.
Yep. Dozen years after that, and Ronaldo is the all-time leading goal scorer in World Cups. Bad for top it up. Clever touch. Good eye, finds the space. The Carlos takes his time. Plays the conservative ball square. Now Brazil navigating their way through the center of the park. Good deceptive pass, but well read by the backline of Uruguay. A mistake coming out of the back for Jorginho. Serving the ball, not enough altitude, but backed up again by Brazil. They've got it locked in. Tremendous through ball. The shot was wide, but the play had already been whistled to a conclusion.
Hector Núñez is furious. Edmundo was offside, not Roberto Carlos. Beautiful ball from Juninho, and the linesman raises the flag. Bengochea asking for help from the assistant, and he got it. Bengochea's playing right midfield. He's got to track Roberto Carlos back. That will never happen. So he will ask for help as much as he can. That's one of the reasons he's on the bench.
There's Dunga being held from behind. Works his way out of the jam.
They were saved there by the assistant. Mistake by Andre Diaz trying to clear instead of towing it out. See that? Tow it towards the linesman. Yeah. Is that a handball? I
think so.
Yeah. Ouch. Oof. Yellow card. Poyet calling Juninho. Mundo is very smart. He gets rid of the ball quickly. If not, he's going to get hit by Moas.
Dunga. Towed well to the far touchline. Settled. Now slashed towards the archway of the 18. Divided ball. Possession now for Uruguay. Look to press out of their zone in a hurry. Now we'll check it up, protect the ball. Gutierrez. Nearly taken back by Brazil.
Once again, they lose possession, trying to come up the middle.
Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos breaking towards the quarter. Greets the ball. Takes a heavy touch inside the box. Spins around one. Is brought down inside the area. And the call will favor Uruguay.
Called an offensive foul. He can't believe it. It's me who was fouled, he says. Then I can't say what he said. Trying to get around Mendes. I did not see an offensive foul.
No, I didn't either.
I don't think it was a defensive foul either.
Right.
Now this was a foul. Strongman Cesar Sampaio. Yep. Oh, that dangerous play. Sampaio again. Dunga, I just can't believe it. Because you didn't even see it. You're looking the other way. See, he's looking at the ball when the foul happens.
Even still, Francescoli took the cleats right into the lap.
Yeah. Okay, another dangerous free kick. 17th minute.
Similar distance from where Uruguay scored the equalizer about 10 minutes ago. Offset a little bit to the center.
Different setup. It's indirect.
Francescoli this time. Tremendous effort from Enzo, but snatched by Tafarel.
Looking for that same corner where Bengo just scored. This time Tafarel jumped on that one.
Again, Uruguay pressing ahead, and it's Francescoli centers the ball. Cleared away by Dunga.
It's too hard for Martinez to win a ball in the air next to Aldair and Andre Cruz.
For Juninho. Pushing upfield, plays with Edmundo. Now he's flanked on the near side, lays it off. Jorginho's ball easily handled by Alves. Francescoli. Fans applaud as he gets by Dunga not once but twice. Sidesteps another defender. Enzo now darting towards the center of the park as Otero controls.
No, Enzo got tired of evading those, and he was going to get killed, and the referee doesn't do anything about it.
Jorginho. Too strong from behind. The foul goes against Antonoffi. Zinho. Roberto Carlos rolls it back. Andre Cruz, back to Roberto Carlos. He'll use Juninho. So Roberto Carlos measuring for the service. The ball set inside, 1 against 3 inside the area. daring cutback, but effective. And as Dunga whistled for the foul.
20th minute, Enzo getting more involved, carrying his team forward. Want to win this Copa America at home.
Francescoli played with the Uruguay national team from 82 to 97, 73 caps, 17 goals. His statistics while playing with River Plate over 2 stints, staggering. In 165 appearances, he scored 90 goals.
It's a different position, the one he's playing right now for Uruguay. He used to play for River Plate. As River Plate, he was playing almost as a center forward.
Right.
Would come back. Here he's playing as a midfielder that needs to attack and score goals. It's a lot harder. It's different. He can do it both. But as it's closer to goal, he'll have better chances.
Martinez called for the foul. Pulling down Roberto Carlos. Juninho. Pressure from Rocha. That is Juninho. And sees the yellow card.
It rarely happens. He usually gets hit. His hitting. Third yellow card, Roberto Carlos, Zinho, and now Juninho for Brazil.
Jorginho. Edmundo couldn't find his way out of the trap that time. Impressive spin. Now it's a foot race, clearly held from behind. Dunga finishing off the challenge.
It's past Aldair, turns on him. Marcelo Otero, who ended up playing in Spain for Zaragoza, also playing. Oh, foul from Dunga.
Flipped on into a bit of space. Waits on the shot, pauses, then fires. It's deflected near the penalty spot. Shot with the left foot.
No spaces found by Uruguayans. Watch out. The corner counterattack.
Juninho. Pulls off the switch. Hits Jorginho, who elects to knock it back the other way. With the Carlos territory.
Not being able to hit it well. Not yet. There's Edmundo again, frustrated, not getting enough services up front. Comes back, tries to steal the ball from Otero and fouls Otero.
Errant pass easily picked off. Bumped to the touchline. Defender gains position. Well played by Mendez. Sneaks back around Sampaio. Gutierrez releases. Andre Cruz will play with Tafara. Zinho. Roberto Carlos. Not a bad effort.
Well, flag was up for Edmundo.
Martinez off Uruguay throw. The hands of Bengoechea. This is Adolfi.
Somebody should be waiting in the penalty spot, but they don't really have a target man.
No doubt into a dangerous spot, but Tafarel is there.
I thought Otero was offside. Flag stayed down this time. Dangerous play. Ooh, the other way he called it.
Uruguay trying to catch back up to Argentina in total championships won in the Copa America in 1993. Argentina won their 14th Copa America title. This will be number 14 for Uruguay if they can get past Brazil. Brazilians, meanwhile, looking for their 5th Copa America title.
That Argentine win was on their coach Basile, the same coach who will be behind them in Venezuela this summer, Alfio Basile.
Save the 2001 edition of the Copa America. Brazil has dominated the cup after this tournament. Good ball through. Pop back out. Francescoli ready to pounce. He's got the ball, attempted to spin. Shut down by a pair of yellow jerseys, but Uruguay not giving up possession. Gutierrez is chasing after it, but the ball rolls off the park for a Brazil throw. Brazil won the title in 97, 99, and 2004. So 3 of the last 4 Copa America titles belong to Brazil.
So Colombia, they're won in 0-1, playing at home. The only one they've won. And it's at home now. Let's see how far Venezuela can get in their own Copa America. Remember, Venezuela has never won it. Bolivia won it at home. The only time they won it was at home. They had a chance to win another one at home. They lost to Brazil.
Taking advantage of the altitude. Bolivia's.
Well, it didn't work last time in Bolivia.
Their lone championship was in 1963, as you mentioned. They hosted that tournament. Their last tournament hosted by Bolivia was in 97, and again made it back to the finals. But like you said, Rafa, Brazil came out victorious in that championship, 3-1 the score. Herrera. Thrusted towards the end line. Now the cross bending away from Tafarel. What a great idea. Crashing through was, I believe, Francesco.
No, flying through was Martinez. Flying over the head of the defenders. Or is Francesco? Wow, I thought it was Martinez. Cross from Adinolfi, far side. Yeah, it was Enzo. It's Andre Cruz who cleared.
Zinho drops it back. Possession for Captain Dunga. Poor pass out of the back, easily intercepted. A touch too many. Jorginho. Complicating for Uruguay was Martinez. This is Juninho. Chipping over the back line of defense, but the ball checks up into the hands of Alves.
Zagallo preparing a substitution. It's Beto who's warming up, or listening to Zagallo. He warmed up already. Beto played for Botafogo in Rio de Janeiro. Or Zagallo played for Botafogo in Brazil.
Gutierrez.
Foul.
Martinez down just outside the area. The play continues. Shoulder to shoulder.
Well, Moss fell asleep.
Tulio knocks it ahead for Juninho, who didn't have any help as Edmundo was late to the party. Roberto Carlos swinging a ball inside, is leading Juninho. Here's Edmundo. Juninho asking for it. Instead, the idea was to hit Jorginho. So more than half an hour now into the second half. The score is tied. At the end of regulation, penalty kicks would be required to break the tie if either team was able to strike before the end of the second half.
So Uruguay made a change up front, brought in number 17 Martinez. Now Zagallo's going to answer with number 17, Beto. Well, the name is probably Albert, so it's Beto. Will be coming in, I believe, for Tulio.
Not to be confused with Bebeto.
Oh, that's double Beto.
That's right.
Beto was not called for this national team. I believe he was changing teams, traveling to La Coruña back then. From Flamengo.
Wow. Carlos puts the carrot out in front, chases after it. Alves is there.
Finally, one from Roberto Carlos. It's the 33rd minute, second half, and that's when he starts sprinting.
Right.
Very talented Andre Cruz in trouble.
Edmundo.
Remember, Roberto Carlos was signed after this Copa America by Internazionale Milan. Then he was sold to Madrid.
Swish for Jorginho. Drops it back into his own half. Brazil careful with possession. Dunga. Juninho. Sandwiched and a free kick now to Brazil.
And Mauricio Carter will allow the substitution now. The 34th minute. Oh, it's Juninho Paulista coming off the pitch. Worked very hard. Also got a yellow card. The man who I believe was traded to this summer to Middlesbrough in the Commission. He was 95. So we're going to allow Roberto Carlos to test Fernando Alves from there.
He's got it teed up. Drops the hammer with the left foot, but this time he mishit it.
Is that all you have? The fans also enjoying a mishit. You can't believe it. First time I saw Roberto Carlos play was playing for Palmeiras on a Copa Libertadores match, and he took a shot from almost midfield. A free kick from almost midfield. I said, what is he doing? He misses by very little.
Good decision. Terrific through ball, but Amigo couldn't do much with it.
It's the pitch bouncing, the ball bouncing. There, look. When he goes to make contact, some air underneath it.
Part of the mystique of Centenario Stadium, where the bounces more often than not are going to favor Uruguay. I believe the stat is that Brazil has only beat Uruguay twice in the stadium in 20 tries.
Sounds right. In South America, there's really home field advantage.
Yep.
In the Copa Libertadores, in the Copa Americas, in the qualifiers, it's very important. The home field advantage really matters. Very hard for fans to travel with their team. Not like in Europe, they play one final of the UEFA Champions League and everybody travels. And here, no, they play home and away, for example, in the final of the Copa America and the Copa Libertadores, and it's a home field advantage with the fans supporting.
Cheo from the corner, that one might have had a chance.
Yet also involved.
Now on re-entry, got a dangerous ball, this time cleared away by Jorginho after it is Tafarel. He brings it in.
It's Bengochea, put some spin on it, and the ball just drops right between the two central defenders, where it really hurts. Look at that placement there. Huh. Well, Ever Moa's out of position, trying to slow down Tafarel. Tafarel played for Parma in Italy, then finished his career in Turkey. Edmundo has been dangerous throughout the match.
Back the other way. Jorginho keeping the ball away from Martinez. Zinho for Roberto Carlos.
Zinho's so important for this team to balance things out, always making great decisions.
This is for Beto. Who eyes Jorginho. A step outside the box, breaking for the end wide. He stood up.
Good job by Adinolfi. Jorginho, who mentioned playing in Japan, but he played for Bayern-Munich before the '94 World Cup.
Foul. Dunga. Jorginho twisting the ball inside. Offsides.
Tulio again, caught offside. Yellow card for Edmundo. That's for dissent.
Zinho walks into Uruguayan territory, towing the ball towards the corner. Settled by Roberto Carlos. Dunga gets away from Martinez. Carving the ball this way. Jorginho slashing back, now inside the area. A heavy touch. They had to rush things. Dunga there to start the play again. Zinho. Mistake with the bat. The ball comes whistling into the 6. Alves is ready for it.
Well, I don't know what Alves is asking for help from the assistant. I did not see an offside this time. Alves thought so. But Zinho and Roberto Carlos created major problems for Gustavo Mendes and Bengochea, who we knew was going to suffer playing right mid.
Zinho. Flag stays down. right outside the box, almost straddling the edge of the 18. Certainly a card and very close to a penalty.
Yep, yellow card for Mendes. Could not keep up with Roberto Carlos. 41st minute. Sprinted even harder than he had been. In my book, that should have been a red card. But
sure.
Because FIFA had announced it in '94 already. Fouls from behind are red cards.
Yep.
Ask El Diablo Echeverri about that one.
And there was nobody between Roberto Carlos and Fernando Alves.
Now everybody wants to take it for Brazil, of course. It should be a Gimundo. Animal.
Less than 5 minutes to play in regulation. Penalties will decide the cup if we stay tied. Off the wall, second chance. May have deflected that time. By the way, Dunga and Brazil are in Group B for the 2007 Copa America. In the opening rounds, they'll take on Chile, Mexico, and Ecuador.
Now they're good cross from Roberto Carlos, and Tulio could not reach. Beto's played more midfield than the striker.
Uruguay are in Group A. They'll take on the hosts, Venezuela, plus Peru and Bolivia. And that leaves Argentina, Paraguay, Colombia, and the United States in Group C.
There are two groups of death, really. Group C is very tough. And Group B, things. It's Peru, Bolivia against Uruguay and Venezuela.
Again, the long throw. A chance to do it again in the 44th minute.
Nobody near Adinolfi. Everybody knows better.
Heaves it right into the soul of the 18. Francescoli gets leveled. Well, Andre Cruz. And Enzo stays down.
Still down. Well, no foul, but very strong from Andre Cruz. Where's Dunga going? I don't think he's coming off the pitch.
Into the 90th minute.
Dunga gets booked by the Mexican Arturo Bricio.
Counting up towards penalty kicks.
So much pressure on Coach Hector Núñez to win Copa America at home. Can't imagine.
Brazil has already survived one penalty kick shootout in this tournament, taking down Argentina in the quarterfinals 2-2 at the end of time. Brazil won 4-2 on PKs. Uruguay not having to compete in a penalty kick shootout thus far in the tournament.
In the semifinals, it was Uruguay with goals from Arinolfi and Otero defeating Colombia 2-0, and Uruguay was already at the year with the only goal against USA. The third place, then it was 4-1 Colombia over USA. Bill Max Moore scoring for USA. Someone slowed down Sampaio.
Brazil perhaps a final chance as they counter now in stoppage time. Beto.
Oh, poor effort by Tulio.
Well, this is Arturo Carter. Nope. Now a call to an end of regulation. So a penalty kick required to decide the champion of the 1995 Copa America. We're going to step aside, but we'll be back with the PK shootout right after this. 1-1 the final score after regular time in Montevideo, the 1995 Copa America final. Uruguay and Brazil. Brazil struck in the 30th minute. Tulio, the goal scorer, but Uruguay was able to equalize just 6 minutes into the second half. Bengoechea, who was brought on as a substitute to start the second half, put the Uruguayans back on level terms. So after 90 minutes, nothing decided, 1-1. We go to a PK shootout, and Enzo Francescoli poised to shoot first for Uruguay.
Taffarel is ready, Captain Francescoli.
And the Prince, no problem, as Francescoli puts it past the diving Taffarel. And Uruguay converts on their first attempt.
Always elegant Enzo Francescoli. Good guess by Taffarel.
So after Uruguay starts with their captain, the veteran, and Francescoli, Brazil turning to one of the youngsters, Roberto Carlos, just 22 years old during this tournament.
He's been mishitting the ball all afternoon. Let's see now from the spot.
Fernando Alves between the pipes for Uruguay.
Ooh.
Keeps it on the deck and scorches it past Alves.
Was that between the legs of Alves? I think he mishits it again. Wow, he did. Not a good one, but it's in the back of the net, 1-1. Fred hit it too hard, he missed hitting it.
So now Uruguay with Bengoechea scored the equalizer in the 51st minute.
The maestro, let's see where he places this one.
Another shot capped low, and again Taffarel was in the neighborhood but couldn't keep it out.
Looks casual, but he knows exactly what he's doing. Spins it away from Taffarel. So it's 2-1 Uruguay. He retired in 2003.
And Zinho.
They had won the World Cup on PKs.
Yep.
94.
Yep. Over Italy, of course. And then beat Argentina in the quarterfinals of this tournament on PKs.
Wow.
And Zinho goes top shelf and scores.
Decides to lift it up. So sure of his talent, Zinho. No problem beating Fernando Alves. Best penalty so far taken by Zinho.
So both teams perfect after 2. Herrera next up for Uruguay.
The sweeper from Cagliari.
Just a 2-step approach. Tafarel close again. But Herrera able to knock it past him.
Good guess once again. No way he will reach, but good try.
He's 3 for 3 guessing the right way.
Yes,
He's come within inches, but the kicks have been far enough to either side to be just past the outstretched fingertips of Tafarel. Goal scorer for Brazil now, Tulio.
Finally, a solid keeper for Brazil. They struggled previous national teams with their keeping.
Top goal scorer in the tournament for Brazil, and it's saved.
Wow. Too casual, just tossed it straight into Alves. Well, Alves guessed to his right, but still. I think it hits it outside right foot, but hits it.
Yep. He kicked second for Brazil in their penalty kick shootout victory over Argentina in the quarterfinals and scored. But Brazil's top scorer in this tournament is the first to miss in this shootout.
So now advantage Uruguay. Defensive mid Álvaro Gutiérrez. Peñarol player behind the ball now.
A chance to go up 4-2 in the shootout. Drives it into the back of the net.
This time it's Tafarel goes to his left, the ball to his right. And advantage Uruguay.
The next kick becomes a must-make kick, trailing 4-2. Imagine we'll see the captain for Brazil. And it will be Dunga.
If he misses or Alves saves, it's all over. Number 14 stays in Uruguay. If not, we'll have to wait for Uruguay to take their next one.
Here he is, the captain, to extend the shootout.
Wow.
It's good.
Alves guessed to his right, but out of reach from the captain. 4-3. Julio misses. It's 4-3. And now for Uruguay, it's Sergio Martinez.
Had a chance to win. Uruguay 4 for 4 in the shootout. Martinez can make it a perfect 5 for 5 to win the cup, and he's done it. Uruguay champions of the 1995 Copa America.
They did not miss. They took the 5. Francesco Libengochea, Herrera, Gutierrez, and Martinez with the winner. Tulio, who scored in the 30th minute, misses from the spot. So celebrations that's inside Centenario and all over Montevideo and Uruguay.
So for the 14th time, Uruguay champions of the Copa America. They tie Argentina for the most tournament titles. We're going to take a break, but we'll come back with more celebration from Montevideo.